All right, let's talk about something we all do, probably dozens of times a day, proving who we are online. Today, we're going to dive into how artificial intelligence is completely changing the game for our digital identities, making our security way smarter, a lot stronger, and, believe it or not, totally invisible. So, just to give you some context, what we're covering here is part 10 of a much larger 15-part series. All this info comes from a really deep tutorial on AI-driven cybersecurity put together by Virtualization Options LLC. We're going to zero in on the key ideas from that specific chapter. For years, maybe even decades, the good old password has been the main key to our entire digital world. But you know what? In this new age of AI, that single, simple key, well, it's becoming a huge liability. The very foundation of how we protect ourselves online is starting to crumble.
Okay, so first things first, let's break down exactly why the old way of doing things just isn't cutting it anymore. It really all boils down to a single and frankly flawed idea about trust.
Think of it like a bouncer at a nightclub. You show your ID just one time at the door, and that's it. You're in. For the rest of the night, you can go wherever you want. The system basically assumes that since you made it past that initial check, you must be legit for your whole visit. And that right there is the huge problem. This whole trust after you log in model is a complete welcome mat for attackers. I mean, if they manage to steal your password, they're in, and the system isn't going to ask them another question. It's also totally useless against someone who's already on the inside, or if your account gets hijacked while you're still logged in. But this is where AI steps in and completely flips the script. We are moving away from that single, one-time check at the door to a totally new model based on continuous verification, what we call zero trust.
You can really see the massive difference here. We're going from a static, one-and-done login to a dynamic system that is constantly asking in the background, wait, is this really you? And that's the heart of zero trust. Never just trust, always verify.
So how on earth does AI actually do this? Well, the first method is just fascinating. It works by learning your own unique digital fingerprint. Let's talk about something called behavioral biometrics.
Now, this isn't about your physical fingerprint or a face scan. No, this is about your actions. The AI literally builds a profile of your unique rhythm and habits, the way you type, the way you move your mouse, even how you hold your phone. It's a security system that actually learns who you are.
And it gets incredibly detailed. The AI models analyze the tiny little pauses between your keystrokes, the specific curve of your mouse movements, and even the amount of pressure you use when you tap on your phone screen. I mean, these patterns are as unique as your written signature, but they're way, way harder to fake.
And get this, the source material points out that some neural networks can identify you with over 95% accuracy just from the way you type. That is an incredibly powerful and reliable way to prove it's you, and you don't have to do a single extra thing.
So here's the key takeaway. It means that even if an attacker manages to steal your password, the second they start typing or moving that mouse, the AI is going to know something's off. Their rhythm will be all wrong. The system can then instantly lock them out or ask for way more proof of who they are.
Okay, so that's one part of the puzzle. Now let's get to the second major innovation. Beyond just your behavior, AI also acts like this incredibly smart security guard that's constantly looking at the context of every single thing you do.
This is what's known as risk-based authentication. So instead of a simple yes or no, the AI calculates a risk score for every single action. Is this a normal thing for you to do? Are you logging in from your usual spot? And based on that score, the security adapts instantly. And here's the wild part. This all happens in a split second. The AI looks at the context, it scores your behavior against your history, it calculates a risk score, and then it applies a security rule, all automatically. It can decide to grant you access, challenge you for more info, or even block you entirely, all in real time. Let's make this real with a quick example. Say you log in from your normal work computer during business hours. That's super low risk, right? So you get in, no problem. But what if a login attempt comes in from a brand new device in a different country at 3 in the morning? The system immediately throws up a red flag, raising the risk level and demanding a lot more proof, like a multi-factor code. And that's the real beauty of this approach. It strikes this perfect balance between security and convenience. For you, the legitimate user, security just kind of fades into the background. But for any potential attacker, every single step they take is a new trap waiting to spring.
So when you combine these two things, the continuous checks on your behavior with that real-time risk assessment, what you end up with is this powerful, intelligent, and pretty much invisible suit of armor that's constantly protecting your digital life.
So what's the bottom line here? What does this mean for you? Well, first, security is no longer a single gate you walk through, it's always with you. Second, your personal habits are actually becoming a stronger password than anything you could ever memorize. Third, context is everything. And finally, the ultimate goal is security that just works without ever getting in your way. This quote from the source material really just nails the whole philosophy. This new model starts from a place of healthy paranoia. It assumes a breach could happen at any moment, and because of that, it never stops validating your identity. It's a complete 180 from the old world of just blindly trusting a password.
And that leaves us with a really interesting final thought. As all of this powerful security becomes more seamless, more invisible, does that create a new kind of risk? Will we get so comfortable that we forget to be careful? It's definitely something to think about as we head into this password-free future. Thanks for tuning in.